Hey everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel SR Computer Education. From today we are going to start series of videos on subject Computer and Network Security, which is offered in Diploma Engineering Computer branch. So if you are a student of Diploma Engineering and if you are in 5th semester computer, then this series of videos are going to be very helpful to you. But if you are a degree student, then also this series of videos will help you. The reason is the syllabus of the degree in which security subject is there. Most of the topics are similar to the series of videos which I am going to upload. So if you are a degree student also, then also these videos will be helpful to you. So let's start with the subject name, Computer and Network Security. Before that, if you are new to my channel, then subscribe to my channel, because from now I am going to upload videos very frequently. And if you have already subscribed to my channel, please share my channel with all the students you know. If you are a faculty watching my video, if you are a student watching my video, then share this video with all your classmates so everyone can get help from my videos on my channel. So let's start with the subject Computer and Network Security. First of all, we will discuss about the chapters which are included in this subject. Before going to the chapters, we need to know why we are studying this subject. The problem with students who are pursuing their diploma and degree engineering is that they study just for the exam purpose. They will think that the subject which they are studying right now will not be helpful to them, and in job it will not be much helpful to them, all the subject. But this is not true, students. Every subject has its own importance. So in this series of video we will see the importance of this subject. Now, by seeing the name of the subject, Computer and Network Security, some of the students will think that this subject is related to something networking. Yes, this subject is related to networking, and they will think that this subject is not important to me because I am going to be a programmer, I am going to be a coder in future, I want to work in a software industry. But students, trust me, this subject is going to be useful everywhere, whether you are doing whether you are coding in any company, whether you are a software developer, whether you are a network engineer, whether you are a hardware engineer, any job you will find this subject relevant to you, because the topics which are covered in this subject are included in software industry also. I will give you a just example to make you understand why this subject is important to a software engineer, the person who is coding. Okay, suppose you are a PHP developer, and if you don't know about this subject, what will be the problem that I will discuss in a brief, in a nutshell, then we will go to this subject. So I justify my statement that why this subject is important in every field, if you are a computer engineer or information technology engineer. Suppose you are coding in PHP, you make a website, okay, and you took 1 year to make that website. You invested your time in making that website, work day and night, and made a very good PHP website. Students, if you don't know this subject, then attacker or hacker can easily take over your website within minutes or even within seconds. So if you are aware of this subject, I am going to cover topics that are important even in software industry. Okay, for example, if you make a website, and if your website is if it is possible to do SQL injection attack on your website, then within seconds or minutes your website is destroyed by an attacker. So if you know about SQL injection, how this technique is done, how to protect from it, then you can easily code your website in such a way that it will be difficult for an attacker to do SQL injection on your website. So by justifying my statement, let's move to this subject. Now, when I teach this subject, many students ask me, sir, whether we will be able to hack any website after studying this subject. Student, trust me, by studying this subject, you can do that, but the thing is, it is illegal to teach hacking, okay? And I am not going to cover anything about hacking. But the reason this subject is important is, if you know how attacker is attacking your system or attacking your computer, then you can easily know how to protect from it. Okay, suppose I give you example for this also. Suppose you have a bungalow and you have one room in which ornaments are stored. Now you know that you need to lock that room so that somebody don't enter your room and take away your gold, okay, your ornaments. The thing is, this subject will teach you which thing you need to protect. Okay, suppose you don't know where your gold is kept, and somebody enters your room and he knows where your gold is kept, then he can easily take away your gold. So this subject will not going to teach you how to hack the system, but this subject will definitely teach you how to protect from hackers. Okay, we are going to see how attacker is actually hacking into the system, and we will study in the entire syllabus how to get protection from these attacks. We will not study how to attack. So please don't comment below this video that sir, I want to hack this system, please teach me that. It is illegal to teach, and there is a law, IT Act 2000, which is involved if you do any kind of hacking or attacking. So if you are going in that direction, I strongly recommend you, please don't try to attack the system, try to protect the system. But one thing you have to remember, to protect the system, you should know how attacker attack the system. Okay, so we will see that how attacker attacks the system in this syllabus, in the entire syllabus of computer and network security. Now, before studying any subject, this for every diploma and degree engineering students, you should know what is the practical application of this subject. After studying this subject, what I can use what knowledge about from the subject I can use to move forward in my life, in job and every other aspects. So let us see why this subject is important. So it will motivate you to study this subject further. Okay, the name of the subject is computer and network security. You know what is computer. Okay, let's divide this into two parts, computer and computer security, and next is network security. You know what is computer security. Basically, computer security is if you are having a system, your laptop or desktop, a standalone laptop at your home or desktop, and securing that system may be considered as computer security. Now network security. For network security, you should know what is network. Okay, and one more thing student, the prerequisite for this subject is computer network, which is offered to you in your 4th semester diploma engineering. So if you are clear with computer network subject, then you will find this subject has much relevance to that subject, and it's a prerequisite. If you know that subject, you can easily grasp this subject very easily. Okay, you will understand the topics more easily and more quickly. So if you are unaware of the computer network subject, basic terminologies and terms, then I would strongly recommend you go through that, and if you study after that this subject, then it will be helpful for you. But it's not compulsory. I will teach you some of the topics that are important in this subject. Okay, so let's go for network security. Network security, you should know what is network. As I told you before, network is one or more computers connected together. In a very simple language I am explaining you. Computer network is a network of computers connected together. It can be 2, 3, 4, 3000, 4000, any number of computers connected. But if a single computer is there, is a standalone computer, is a computer. Though we go for computer security topics. The network, you understood what is network? Now network security. Network security means providing security to the number of computers is called network security. Suppose you are having a lab in your college. In lab there is it's not like that there is only one computer, there are more than one computer. So when you protect that, it's a network security. But you having a one laptop or one desktop at home, you protect that, there is computer security. Both are related. If you know everything about computer security, you can use that in network security to protect your network. Some organization is there that is having number of computers and you protect, that is also network security. Now let us see which are the chapters included in this subject. Okay. After going through all the chapters, I will give you a brief idea about what we are going to study in each chapter. Then we go into the we'll go deeply into each topic afterwards. Okay. And after completing all the chapters brief introduction, I will give you the job perspectives of this subject. If you are clear and very well versed in this subject, then what kind of job you can get? There are plenty of jobs, there are ample of job you can get if you are very good at computer network and computer network security subject. As I told you before also, if you want to go in software industry also, this subject is very important to you. First chapter, introduction and security threats. What we are going to see, what we are going to do in this chapter, name itself suggests it's an introduction to the subject. Okay, name of all the chapter will give you a brief idea about what points we are going to include in this chapter. So introduction and security threats. So first of all, let me tell you what is threat. Okay, threat is a attack that may occur. Now you will say, what is attack? Attack is the thing that has already happened. I give you an example. Suppose there is one fan above you, okay, and the fan, you think that fan may fall. The thinking that fan may fall is a threat, okay, and if the fan has already fallen, that is an attack. So if somebody is below that fan, it will hurt them. Okay, so we are going to study about which are the threats in security, in network security and computer security. As I told you before, we will just see what are the threats. We will not see how to convert that threat into an attack. Okay, you have to remember this. See, this is the basic idea of this entire chapter, or basic idea of the entire syllabus of the subject computer network security. Again, I am saying, student, it is illegal to attack any system. Please don't do it. After studying this subject, you will know that what kind of attacks are possible, and may be possible that you can understand what is a fundamental, what is the mentality of an attacker to attack the system. Okay, we will study all that. So threat is anything that may happen, or attack that may happen. So security threats are which are the threats when you are online, when you are offline, that may convert into attack. That is security threats. So we are going to see in brief that what is virus, what is worm. We are going to see in detail. Right now I am going to tell you the topics which are included in that chapter. Viruses are there, worms are there, this kind of threats, all the threats we will study that in detail. Okay. Second, and one more thing, the first chapter has three fundamental concepts on which this entire syllabus is built. So if you will not understand that three concepts, I am telling you what are the three concepts, then you will not understand the subject properly. So please pay attention when I go through the first chapter, and when I teach that three topics, you have to be very careful. That that is called CIA triad in security. That is C for confidentiality, I for integrity, and A for availability and authentication, both are used. So the entire syllabus is based on only these three terms: confidentiality, integrity, and authentication. If you understand that three terms very properly, then student, trust me, this subject is going to be very easy for you, and this is one of the most interesting subject that will relate to your real life in your diploma engineering. This subject is offered which will relate to your real life. Okay, so let us see what is confidentiality, integrity and authentication, that I will cover when I start with the first chapter. Okay. Now second chapter, organizational security. In the first chapter we are going to study just which are the threats possible. Okay, as I told you, which are the threats possible. SQL injection is there, phishing is there, backdoor is there, sniffing is there, spoofing is there. There are a lot of threats in the network which may happen. And one more thing I want to clear that, see, there are thousands and lakhs of threats which are possible on network, on internet or computer, but we are going to study very basic, which are the most common. If you see 100 attack occurring, then we are going to study the 10 attack which is more commonly appearing. Okay, so we study only those threats, only those attack which are more commonly happening in this day-to-day life. Okay, so we go to second chapter, organizational security. In organizational security we will focus on security aspects that is useful in a particular organization, okay, in a particular company, you can say. So without studying first chapter it would be difficult for you to understand the second chapter. Okay, why? Because in first chapter we are considering the basic terminologies, okay, of security, and in second chapter from that basic terminologies and terms we are going to see what is related to organization. So you should know first chapter. So don't directly go to the second chapter. First chapter and second chapter are related. What I mean to say is this: in organizational security, see, many people ask me, sir, if you many students ask me that if I want to give security to my organization, what can I do? See students, first of all thing, you have to start thinking from very basic, and the most basic thing is lock the room in which you are having your computer or network. That is a very basic thing. Okay, everyone who is very professional in security and every student might think that, oh, this is very basic, but this is the most important thing and most of the people don't do that. So it will be easy for an attacker to enter your room. So the first basic thing in organizational security is lock your system. Now see, if you use a normal lock that we use at home, okay, it will be easy for an attacker to break that lock and enter into the system. So if you are having a small organization, you can go for that lock, it is not a problem. But if you are having a larger organization in which, see, organizational data is having crores and lakhs of rupees worth value. So in that kind of organization you cannot put just a lock, you have to put a lock, but the higher security concepts are used to restrict someone from entering your room. So they are biometric security. I hope you understand, biometric security is all about entering your system or authenticating a person to enter your system through fingers, through thumb scanning, or you can finger scanning, hand scanning, or iris scan or retina scan. All that security aspects are available. So we will see in detail what are that. Okay, and we will see in organization which kind of attack are most commonly occurring, and we will see how to protect ourselves from that attack. So student, I think you are clear with the brief concept or brief topic which we are going to cover in organizational security.